Hi, my name is Shiela and I'm a marketing specialist at Afni for almost 2 years now. And I specialize in graphics design. I started my art journey when I was just a kid. I remember when I was 7 years old, I would always doodle in my sketch pads. I remember tracing illustrations from my textbooks, particularly this one Diwata from my Filipino textbook. I would also copy everything I saw in the cartoons and anime that I saw back in the day. Actually, my first medium was traditional design because it felt easier to me. But with the changing trends and with the rise of digital design, I chose to shift because I knew I had to change and adapt. I dove into digital art because I was curious, but I also thought it was necessary for my growth. I follow actually a lot of digital artists who use the digital art as their medium, and I thought to myself, wow, I could do that. Looks like a lot of fun, so I did it myself. Eventually, I bought my own pen tab, the cheapest one I could find, to test out if digital art was for me. So that's when I thought, wow, I could actually do this, and I actually equipped myself with something I could offer professionally. So guys, this is my workstation, and as you can see, plastered on the wall are my traditional pieces, and on this very tablet is where I do my digital artworks, as you can see. So there you have it. For me, traditional and digital arts are polar opposites. Traditional art soothes and calms, while for me, digital art can drive you crazy with the endless possibilities. For illustrating in a laptop, these are the system requirements that I would recommend for beginners. When investing on a laptop, get a laptop with an i3 processor and up, with 18 to 16 gig RAM and a decent graphics card. These specs would ensure that your digital illustrating would go ahead seamlessly. A drawing tablet would help you sketch on a digital canvas. For beginners, I would recommend the Huion Inspira H640p with a decent pen pressure sensitivity and a moderately sized canvas. And it comes in cheap too. For those who have sweaty palms, I would recommend that you use a half glove like this one. It's also very useful when you make drawing strokes on your pen tab. And it looks nice too, right? If you have the cash to spare and you want to draw on a smaller tool, I would highly suggest that you get the Apple 7th Gen and the Apple Pencil 1. One of the best things about the iPad series is that it's the only series that is compatible with an Illustrator favorite, Procreate. For illustrating and graphic design, I use Photoshop, and for illustrating alone, I use Procreate. Photoshop has always been my go-to tool because the interface is so familiar to me. It has all the tools that I need. Plus, this is where I make the digital collaterals that I use for work. I also use Procreate. This is a digital artist's favorite because it's so simple and easy to work with. Plus, it's cost efficient because you only make a one-time payment, and it's packed with great features. So these are the tools that I personally recommend. If you have other tools that you want to recommend for beginners, you can comment them down below. So what I'll be doing now is I'll be giving you a quick demo of how I create portraits, illustrative portraits, using the Procreate app. So the lady on the left would be our subject, and what I'll be doing would be the Loomis method of copying portraits. So let's begin. So the Loomis method of portrait drawing sections the face into different sections to properly proportion it to copy the face more exactly and more precisely. So that's it for sketch. Now we're going to do the line art with a darker color. So now we're done with our simple line art of the subject, and what I did was I edited the eyes a little bit, made it a bit smaller to match hers and to her face, her other features. And that's the good thing about digital art, is that you have the undo button, the erase button, which you don't normally find in the traditional art pieces. So now what we're going to do is we're going to color her. So I would suggest that you pick out a color scheme ahead of time so that when you are doing your color, it's well coordinated. The blues are the primary colors and the yellow and oranges are the secondary colors, and I'm actually using the Afni Philippines color scheme. So let's go. So here's a quick sketch that I was able to come up with. This is my art style, and you can explore on what art style really makes you happy and suits you. So again, in general, invest time in good practice and immerse yourself in art so that you understand your interests better. Finding your art style can be confusing at first, but you'll get there, I assure you. I didn't start my career as a digital artist. I graduated a different degree, but here I am. So the lesson learned here is that with enough practice and passion, you could do whatever you want and be good at it. Don't be afraid to be bad at something at first. Anyway, that's where it all begins. So if you love something, go ahead and do it. Happy Arts Month, everyone!